Hey, my cakes. How's everybody doing? I'm here at chemo. Um, so I decided to do part two to my journey while I was here to kind of just kill some time and then also just to not leave y'all hanging. So, excuse me, I just got through eating breakfast. So where we left off at, I had had my surgery. I had made it home Christmas Eve. My family, my kids were able to spend time with the family for Christmas. So in the midst of that, remember I told y'all I was engaged. Well, my fiance never showed up to the hospital. He never came to visit. He kept calling, promising that he would be there, be there. He never showed up. So this was in December. February, I still hadn't seen him. So at this time, I'm staying with my mom because I couldn't stay in my apartment because of the surgery. They didn't want me to walk up the stairs. So me and my three kids are staying with my mom and my stepdad in their 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom house. But we made it work. But he never showed up. Anyway, so right before Valentine's Day, he called. I talked to him. I decided to call it quits, like because I figured if you can't be here for me during this time, you know, when I'm going through this, why would I want to marry someone like that? So I told him I was done. It hurt. It really hurt because I really loved him. I had just lost this man's baby, and he never showed up to even see if I was okay. Calling is one thing, but showing up is another, especially to someone that you're supposed to love. His excuse was it was too hard for him because his sister that had passed away at the same hospital where I had my surgery at from something similar. I understand, so that's why I hung on for as long as I did. But anyway, so February 2014, towards the end, I started taking chemo. And it wasn't as bad. I went in with a positive mindset. Y'all, within 2 weeks, I started to lose my hair. Mind you, I'm a hairstylist. Hair was everything to me at that time. So I want to say about the second week of March, it was bad to where I couldn't even wear my half wigs no more, to where I would leave my edges out and just wear the wig. I couldn't even do that anymore. So it got to the point where when I would scratch my hair, it would just come out of my hands or be on my pillow and stuff like that. And my youngest child at that time was 8 years old, and I didn't want her to see me keep going through that, like pulling my hair out, you know. So I told them one day, I said, "Come on, y'all get dressed, let's go." And they were like, "Well, Mom, where are we going?" I said, "We're going to the barber shop. I'm going to cut my hair off. Instead of just letting it fall out, I'm going to take control of the situation and I'm going to get it cut." So we did. We went to the barber shop. Um, One of my best friends, he's like a brother to me. We went to barber school together. He cut my hair for me. And while I was sitting there, it was like a few people there in the barber shop. I was in my feelings like so bad because I was like having to cut off all my hair. I've had hair, lots of hair my whole life. I do hair for a living. It was devastating at first. It was so bad that the men in the barbershop were crying because I was crying. And they were trying to console me, but at the same time they were crying. So he cut it off all the way bald. So then when he did that, I still had like little fuzzies and I guess like dry scalp, whatever. So then I walked down the boardwalk. My aunt owns all these buildings. Well, at the end, she has a beauty shop. So I go down to the end and I let my little cousin, wash my scalp or whatever little hair I had left. And it was clean bald. But I decided to not let that get me down. So my little girl had a headband. I took the headband and put it on my head, my bald head, and we're taking pictures and just being silly. Well, so we made it through that. Went home, went to sleep, whatever, normal stuff. I got up the next morning to go to the restroom. I walked past the mirror and I looked up and I scared myself like, what the hell? I swear, y'all, I looked like Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. But I just fell out laughing. But I was like, you know what? I said, this is what God's doing. This is what I have to go through. I'm gonna own it. So that day I got dressed to just go out and about, leave the house, and I put a wig on. It was summertime, springtime, spring break, as a matter of fact, 2014. So I'm leaving. I got my shades on, and I'm just feeling good, Man, by the time I got from my apartment to the stop sign, I snatched that wig off, threw it in the seat. It was too hot. I couldn't do it. It seems like when your head is completely bald, it gets hotter and it sweats more. So I snatched that wig off. I threw it. I put my shades on. I said, I'm just going to rock my bald head. Whoever don't like it, it is what it is. And that's what I did. And y'all, when I tell you I had so many compliments on my, me rocking my hair, I fixed my little makeup, put my lipstick on, just rocking my bald head. And I got so many compliments. People actually made me feel good about it. So I just rocked it like that. I would, put my red lipstick on, put me on some earrings, and that's what I would do. Well, I had an incident. I want to say like in April. I went to church. It was our church anniversary. And I was cute. I thought I was cute. I had my red lipstick. I had on red earrings. I had my little outfit on, my little leopard jacket. I thought I was cute. So we're in the fellowship hall. We're eating. Well, I was just sitting there. People were eating, talking. So this older lady comes up to me and she says, baby, I know you got plenty of wigs at home. I said, yes, ma'am, I do.
Yeah, you earned it.
Okay. So she's like, baby, I know you have wigs at home. I said, yes, ma'am, I do. She said, well, you need to put one on. Y'all, that hurt my feelings so bad. I just began to cry. Like, how would you tell me something like that when you already know what I'm going through? You know the reason why I lost my hair. And in all honesty, it didn't look bad. She was just being ugly at the church. So my mom came and the pastor came and his son, and they were like, well, why are you crying? So I told them what happened. Man, they went to go look for her. Like, my mom was really mad. Like, she wanted to tell her something. And I cried, but I let it go, But that just really shows how some people don't think before they speak, or they don't consider your feelings and what you're going through. But I let it go because that was only one person's opinion. And it doesn't matter to me. So anyway, I go on. I'm going through chemo. My ex was there with me. Not the fiance, not the ex-fiance, but the man that I was common law married to before him. He went with me to every single chemo treatment. Every treatment. Didn't miss one. Made sure I had medicine. Made sure we had groceries. Made sure the kids were okay. He was there. 100%. So we're going through chemo. Well, in April, the end of April, no, the beginning of May, the doctor said, okay, we're not going to do any more treatments until after you have a CAT scan to see where we're at. So I had the CAT scan, And then so they called me in for the results. It was like Memorial Day weekend, or like right before that, or the day after. I think that's Tuesday. Well, my sister happened to be here in Corpus. So it was my sister, me, my mom, my kids, my sister's kids. We all went to the doctor. So they come out and we're waiting, like I'm super nervous. We're waiting. And one of my friends from church works at the doctor's office. And she just walks over and she pats me on the leg and she says, like, you're good. I was just like, so when I finally talked to the doctor, she said that all the cancer was gone. The tumors had shrunk. I was good. I would just have to come every 3 months to get checkups. And then after a year, it would go to every 6 months or something like that. Y'all, I was so relieved. I was so happy. Just blessed. Like I knew that God was going to heal me. That was such a blessing. Such a blessing. To able to be, go into remission after like, about a year of going through that battle. Blessed. Blessed I was. Happy. So happy. So happy. So I was in remission for 5 years. But it was 5 years of working, partying, traveling, still going to church, but I just was like, in a way, I feel like I was just trying to live my best life because I didn't know what was you just never know what's going to happen next. So, October 2019. Actually, September 2019, the end of September, the very end. Stay tuned for part 3.